What's up, y'all? It's Propaganda. Where do I even start? A mic and dim lights. Up the street, round the corner, man. I checked in the dim lights really on accident because I was just a rapper at the time, and Foundation was happening at the same venue, but it was the night before, and I was just exhausted and realized today wasn't Wednesday, it was Thursday. And I showed up and was like, I want to be a part of this. And I just got on the list. And when I tell you what Best Kept is mean, what this community is mean, what a mic and dim lights not only is mean to myself, but to the culture, there's, on behalf of everyone, on behalf of the city of Pomona, students I taught, I used to work in Pomona, man. Kids I pulled off the streets and was like, meet me on Thursday nights at Dim Lights. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mic and Dim Lights. I'm gonna give you a poem. There's just I'm gushing because you mean that much to me. Up the street, round the corner, and I keep saying that because that was Best Kept's book. Best Kept wrote a book. So if coffee were a man, it'd be a black man. Joyous, welcoming, warm, life-giving. He wouldn't be for everyone. He's definitely an acquired taste. He's bold, adaptable. He would give of his best for your good and gladly share in the fruits of his grind and sweat. Neither heat nor high pressure would scare him. He would and does flourish come hail or hot water, and he would welcome them both because he knows it brings out the best of them. He wouldn't mind the crushing of a grind because his is more or less Porelex. His creative process is naturally washed, sun-dried. He would be single-origined in nature, specifically North African, yet he would flourish in multiple regions if the climate is suitable. South Central American, Afro-Latin, Micronesian. He would enjoy working with the indigenous and find joy in the songs and flavor notes their music might bring. If coffee were a man, he'd be a black man. Shipped away by force, and of course forced to grind, and grind he must. If coffee were a man, he'd be exhausted, yet expected to get everybody woke. He'd be seen as the cure for the morning blues, yet wouldn't nobody say play his. His second impression would feel much more like appropriation rather than appreciation. He would feel like he had been working in fields, making gourmet from scraps, treasured from trash, only to get his meal handed to the same hands that handed him over. If coffee were a woman, be a black woman. Bold, strong, delicate, elegant, complex, well-traveled, actually exponentially more complex than fine wine. Remember when she went abroad? Turkey, Vienna, Spain. The collaboration, it was amazing. She would be sun-dried and naturally washed, cultured with a refined palate. She would thrive in regions others can't. Elevation wouldn't scare her. They can't breathe the air up there. If coffee person, there would be this haunting sense of irony. What was a centuries-old practice of the populace became a global crave save only for the pompous. How could something so black be so white? She would be heated up and watered down and mixed with cream and artificial sweetener because they can't stomach her purity. To them, she too strong, she too bitter. Yet the purists would say they like the black in her, right? The black only. If coffee were mother, she would lead well. She'd say that, is there not another way where black and white and brown can swirl and swan dive and dance, making beautiful latte art? And we could cold brew some experiments with nitrogen and mocha, and the collaboration would bring amazing notes. We could all dance. If coffee were person, they'd say, you know, don't profit off our farmers' backs. And use their faces for marketing for folks that don't want us in their country in the first place. If coffee person, it'd say that there's a new way where we could fight for each other, bring the greatest out of each other. Black, white, brown can dance. Good morning, let's dance. Mic and dim lights. That's where I'd rather spend out my days.